You're over 45, your joints snap, crackle, and pop louder than breakfast cereal. Your back holds more grudges than your ex. And every time you squat too fast, your knees file an official complaint. But guess what? You're still a rider. The fire didn't go out, it just got smarter. You want power, but not punishment. You want style, but not stretches before every ride. And you want a motorcycle that makes you feel badass without needing a chiropractor on speed dial. Good news, modern naked bikes are built with exactly you in mind. Today, we're counting down the top 20 naked motorcycles that'll make you forget you're over 45. The bikes that deliver comfort, torque, agility, and swagger without forcing you into yoga-level flexibility. From retro cool to cyberpunk futuristic, from smooth V-twins to snarling inline fours, these are the machines that let you relive the glory days without reliving the recovery time. Let's start at number 20, a bike that's aged better than your favorite whiskey and maybe even better than your knees. Number 20, Suzuki SV650. Before we jump into the loud, flashy, knee-melting beasts higher on the list, let's give respect to a legend that's been aging better than most of us. The Suzuki SV650 is that quiet old friend who never brags but always shows up. Reliable, smooth, predictable, and surprisingly fun. This bike has been around longer than your favorite pair of riding boots, and somehow it still hits the sweet spot. Light on its feet, nimble in traffic, and blessed with one of the most natural riding positions in motorcycling. The SV650 doesn't ask much from your joints or your spine. That V-twin engine hums like a jazz musician on a Sunday night. Calm when you want it, punchy when you need it. The seat? Plush enough for long ride, narrow enough so you're not straddling a sofa. And the suspension won't you every time you hit a pothole. Simple, honest, and comfortable. The SV650 is living proof that you don't need 150 horsepower to feel alive. Number 19, Honda CB500F. If motorcycles had personalities, the Honda CB500F would be the guy who shows up in a clean shirt, firm handshake, and a calm, let's get this done attitude. No ego, no theatrics, just smooth, balanced performance from the moment you twist the throttle. This bike isn't pretending to be a superbike, and that's exactly why it's so good. The seating position is upright and relaxed, giving your back a break and keeping your knees out of your chest. Your wrists, zero complaints. Your spine, still intact after 2 hours on the road. But don't mistake comfort for weakness. The CB500F delivers power exactly where you want it. Predictable, controllable, and surprisingly punchy for a middleweight. It glides through the city, cruises on the highway, and handles back roads like it grew up there. And those looks, clean, modern, and refined. Stylish without trying too hard. It doesn't scream for attention, it earns it quietly. Just like a true gentleman. Number 18, Yamaha MT-03. Don't let the size fool you. The Yamaha MT-03 is small, but it's got the heart of a mischievous street fighter. This is the bike that slips through traffic like it's dodging responsibilities and handles curves with the agility of someone who still stretches every morning. It's light, nimble, and incredibly forgiving. If you've been off the bike for a while, or just want something that won't try to throw you into orbit, the MT-03 is your new best friend. The seating position is upright and relaxed. Your knees will thank you. Your back will write poetry about you. And the seat? Thick enough to keep your chiropractor unemployed. Styling-wise, this thing punches above its weight. That Predator face LED headlight gives it serious presence, even at red lights. The proportions are compact but confident, like a condensed ball of attitude. Perfect for commuting, great for weekend fun, and capable of surprising you when you twist that throttle a little harder than you meant to. Small? Yes. Boring? Absolutely not. Number 17, Kawasaki Z650 RS. If nostalgia and comfort had a baby, it would be the Kawasaki Z650 RS. This bike looks like it rolled straight out of a 1970s action film. Round headlight, classic tank lines, spoked-style wheels. Pure retro goodness with just the right amount of swagger. But don't let the vintage vibe fool you. This thing rides like it understands you're not 25 anymore, and it's totally fine with that. The seating position is upright and relaxed. The bars are wide, and the seat is plush enough to keep your hips from negotiating a surrender mid-ride. It's based on the sporty Z650, but Kawasaki gave it a full comfort makeover. The twin-cylinder engine is smooth, the handling is confidence-inspiring, and at just over 410 pounds, it's light enough that walking out of the driveway won't turn into a CrossFit workout. It's the kind of bike that makes you feel cooler than you probably are, without punishing you for existing past age 40. Retro charm, modern manners, all-day comfort. Number 16. Honda NC750S. The Honda NC750S is what happens when engineers finally accept that riders over 45 have priorities: comfort, practicality, and no unnecessary drama. It's the most logical motorcycle you'll ever throw a leg over, but somehow still ridiculously enjoyable. Let's start with the party trick. What looks like the gas tank is actually a storage compartment. Not a tiny cubby, not a sad pocket. A real deal, full-sized space big enough for a lunch bag, gloves, or even a small helmet. Meanwhile, the actual tank hides under the seat like Honda's little magic trick. The parallel twin engine won't tear your arms off, but it purrs like a well-trained house cat at any speed. Smooth, calm, predictable, the kind of power delivery you won't have to fight or fear. And the ergonomics, comfort-focused to the core. Upright posture, low seat height, and suspension tuned to keep your back happy, even on questionable roads. This is the sensible rider's dream. Practical, comfortable, and built to treat your spine with respect. Number 15. XSR700. Enter the Yamaha XSR700, the perfect blend of old-school cool and modern rideability. It's retro without being fragile, sporty without being punishing, and stylish enough to make you turn around and admire it every time you park. Underneath that classic silhouette beats the heart of the legendary MT-07, Yamaha's torquey, character-filled parallel twin. Twist the throttle, and it responds with an instant grunt. Smooth, predictable, and playful in all the right ways. You don't have to work hard to enjoy this bike. It meets you exactly where you are. The riding position is delightfully relaxed. No wrist, no awkward lean, no yoga-level flexibility required. And the seat? Plush enough for a full Sunday ride without needing to ice your lower back afterward. At about 410 pounds, the XSR700 is light and maneuverable, making it ideal for city riding or weekend blasts without feeling heavy or intimidating. This is the bike for riders who want feel-good performance, fun without the fuss, style without the stiffness. Number 14. Suzuki GSX-8S. The Suzuki GSX-8S is what happens when a manufacturer finally wakes up from a long nap and decides to build something fresh, modern, and genuinely exciting. This is Suzuki's first all-new street engine in over 20 years. A 776 cubic centimeter parallel twin that's smooth, torquey, and tuned perfectly for real-world riding. And the bike looks like it time-traveled from a cyberpunk video game. Sharp lines, futuristic LED lighting, and a stance that says, "Yes, I lift." Whether you love or hate the headlight design, you can't deny it grabs attention. On the road, the GSX-8S feels balanced and predictable. The upright ergonomics are friendly to your wrists and lower back. The seat height is accessible, and the chassis is composed enough to handle spirited rides without punishing you. It's the rare bike that manages to be fun and sensible at the same time. Some riders wish it came with a standard quick shifter, and the styling might be divisive. But when a bike nails comfort, confidence, and character like this one, it earns its spot. Number 13. Honda CB650R. The Honda CB650R is the kind of motorcycle that walks into a room wearing a tailored suit, but still looks like it could throw hands if needed. It carries the spirit of Honda's legendary CB line, but gives it a modern twist with the Neo Sports Cafe look. Muscular, elegant, and unmistakably premium. What sets the CB650R apart is its engine. An inline-4 in today's middleweight class is a rare treat. Smooth, refined, and eager to rev, it delivers that satisfying high RPM rush you just don't get from twins. When you open it up, it sings, not screams, and that soundtrack alone makes the ride worth it. Ergonomically, it hits the sweet spot. Upright enough to keep your spine happy, sporty enough to feel connected, and comfortable enough for long weekend rides. The suspension is refined, the chassis is balanced, and the seat is forgiving without feeling mushy. Sure, it lacks some of the flashy electronics of its rivals, and low-end torque isn't its strongest suit. But for riders who appreciate smoothness, style, and a little bit of classic soul, the CB650R delivers beautifully. Number 12. Kawasaki Z900. The Kawasaki Z900 is the kind of bike that looks like it wants to punch a hole in the universe, but treats your body with surprising kindness. It's big, bold, and unapologetically aggressive, yet somehow manages to be one of the most comfortable, leader-class naked bikes on the market. Under you is a glorious 948 cubic centimeters inline-4 that delivers smooth, intoxicating power. It's not frantic or twitchy, just strong, predictable torque that pulls cleanly from any gear. Twist the throttle, and it responds instantly, like it's been waiting for you to remember what fun feels like. The ergonomics are shockingly relaxed. Wide handlebars, a roomy seat, and a neutral riding triangle make it ideal for longer rides. You won't feel like you've signed up for a chiropractor loyalty program after a couple of hours in the saddle. Styling-wise, the Z900 hits hard. Sharp lines, muscular stance, and that Predator-inspired headlight give it serious presence. It's powerful, comfortable, and cool, without trying too hard. Number 11. Yamaha MT-07. If motorcycles had personality types, the Yamaha MT-07 would be the fun friend who's always down for an adventure. No drama, no ego, just pure good vibes. This bike has become a legend because it nails the three things riders over 45 care about most: comfort, torque, and simplicity. Powered by Yamaha's iconic CP2 parallel twin, the MT-07 delivers instant, satisfying grunt the moment you twist the throttle. No waiting for high RPMs, no fuss, just smooth, usable power that makes you smile without scaring you half to death. Ergonomics? Spot on. The seat is low and approachable, the bars are positioned perfectly for an upright posture, and the lightweight chassis makes maneuvering feel effortless. Backing it out of a tight parking spot won't turn into a stretching session. Sure, the suspension can feel a little basic if you push hard, or hit rough patches, but for everyday riding, it's more than enough. And the aftermarket options are plentiful if you ever want to upgrade. Practical fun and confidence-inspiring, the MT-07 is the definition of easygoing performance. Number 10. Honda CB1000R. The Honda CB1000R is what happens when a superbike decides to settle down, get a day job, and become a responsible adult without losing its wild side. It takes the mighty 998 cubic centimeter engine from the older Fireblade, detunes it just enough for the street, and wraps it in Honda's sharp Neo Sports Cafe styling. This means you get superbike-level smoothness, strong torque everywhere, and power on tap, but without the aggressive ergonomics that demand yoga-level flexibility. The CB1000R gives you room to breathe. Upright bars, relaxed knee angle, and a seat that's comfortable enough for long weekends. And the suspension, more refined than a dinner party in Tokyo. It's firm when you want precision, but forgiving enough to handle real-world bumps and city streets. Sure, it's not the lightest bike in the class, and certain features like cruise control would have made it perfect. But once you're rolling, everything melts into harmony. Elegant, muscular, and mature, the CB1000R is real-world performance done right. Number 9. Yamaha MT-09. The Yamaha MT-09 is the kind of motorcycle that wakes up every morning and chooses chaos, but in the most entertaining way possible. That 3-cylinder CP3 engine isn't just lively. It's a personality. It growls, it pops, it surges forward like it's trying to remind you that you've still got plenty of fight left in you. What makes the MT-09 such a gem is its balance between wild performance and real-world usability. It's lightweight, agile, and ridiculously fun in the twisties, yet it keeps an upright riding position that won't punish your back or wrists. You get the power of a sport bike with the comfort of a commuter. A combination that's perfect for riders who want excitement without a trip to the physical therapist. The newer versions added serious electronics, ride modes, traction control, cornering ABS, all tuned to make the bike predictable, even when the engine wants to misbehave. Is it a bit twitchy for beginners? Maybe. But for experienced riders looking to recapture that spark, the MT-09 delivers pure, distilled grin fuel. Number 8. Suzuki GSX-S750. The Suzuki GSX-S750 is the sleeper in this whole lineup, the bike that walks in quietly, then floors everyone with how good it actually is. Suzuki took the legendary GSX-R750 Supersport engine, massaged it for the street, and dropped it into a naked chassis designed for comfort and everyday rideability. What you get is smooth, linear, predictable power that builds beautifully through the rev range. No sudden spikes, no surprises, just clean acceleration that feels refined, confident, and incredibly satisfying. It's the kind of engine that rewards you every time you twist the throttle. Ergonomically, the GSX-S750 nails it. Upright bars, relaxed leg position, and a seat that doesn't feel like sitting on a brick. It's sporty, but not punishing. Agile, but not twitchy. A perfect balance for riders who want excitement without gymnastics. Sure, it's starting to show its age in the tech department. No fancy TFT display, no ride modes, and it's a bit heavier than newer rivals. But when a bike rides this well, who cares? It's reliable, comfortable, and surprisingly fun. A true hidden gem in the naked world. Number 7. KTM 790 Duke. The KTM 790. Duke is the troublemaker on this list, the one your mother warned you about. This bike is sharp, loud, mischievous, and built with one thing in mind: fun. Not polite, not graceful, pure unapologetic fun. They don't call it the scalpel for nothing. It slices corners like it's performing surgery and makes even average riders feel like stunt professionals. At the heart of the 790, Duke is a snappy 799 cubic centimeter parallel twin that hits hard across the rev range. Twist the throttle and the bike responds instantly. No hesitation, no lag, just torque and attitude. It's incredibly light, ridiculously agile, and feels like it has the reflexes of a caffeinated cat. The electronics package is surprisingly advanced at this price point. Traction control, multiple ride modes, cornering ABS, and more. It keeps the bike predictable even when your right wrist gets brave. But here's the catch. Comfort takes a little break. The seat is firm, the ergonomics are aggressive, and long rides can feel like a workout. Still, for riders who want something thrilling, precise, and full of character, the 790 Duke delivers an adrenaline shot every time you start the engine. Number 6. Yamaha MT-01. The Yamaha MT-01 is one of the most unique motorcycles Japan has ever unleashed. It looks like a muscle bike, rides like a sport bike, and sounds like a mythical creature clearing its throat. This thing is pure torque with handlebars. Yamaha took a massive 1,670 cubic centimeters V-twin, the kind you'd expect in a cruiser, and bolted it into a sport chassis with inverted forks, big brakes, and aggressive geometry. The result? A bike that pulls like a freight train and corners like it shouldn't. Twist the throttle, and you feel every heartbeat of that gigantic engine. It rumbles, it shakes, it growls, but in the best, most addictive way. Despite its size, the MT-01 isn't intimidating once you're moving. The weight melts away, leaving you with a surprisingly planted and satisfying ride. Comfort-wise, the MT-01 is a mixed bag. The seat is firm and the bike is undeniably heavy at low speeds. But once you're rolling, the raw character and deep torque make every ride feel epic. It's rare, it's bold, and it has personality for days. Number 5. Triumph Street 765 RS. The Triumph Street 765 RS is a masterpiece of balance, a bike that somehow manages to be razor-sharp and incredibly comfortable at the same time. Born from Moto2 racing DNA, its 765 cubic centimeter triple engine delivers buttery smooth power, strong mid-range punch, and a top-end scream that sends a chill down your spine. It's the kind of engine that makes you want to find excuses to ride. But what makes the Street Triple RS special isn't just its performance, it's the way it feels. The chassis is lightweight and responsive, giving you cornering precision that borders on telepathic. The Brembo brakes are elite. The Öhlins suspension is pure magic. Everything works together in harmony. Yet despite its sporty soul, the ergonomics are remarkably friendly. Upright enough to prevent wrist and back strain, compact enough to feel connected, and comfortable enough for long rides. It's a bike that makes you a better rider without demanding abuse from your joints. Refined, thrilling, and incredibly capable. A true modern classic. Number 4. Kawasaki Z1000. The Kawasaki Z1000 doesn't just enter a room, it storms in. This thing looks like it was designed by someone who asked, "How can we make a motorcycle look like it wants to eat traffic?" The result is one of the most intimidating naked bikes ever built. Angular lines, muscular tank, wide stance. The Z1000 has presence you can feel. But here's the twist. Beneath all that aggression is a surprisingly comfortable ride. The wide handlebars give you leverage, the seating position is relaxed, and the legroom is generous enough that you won't feel like you're auditioning for a yoga class. The inline-4 engine delivers smooth, delicious torque with a deep growl that'll make you grin under your helmet. The chassis is solid, stable, and confidence-inspiring, whether you're carving corners or cruising through town. Sure, older models lacked rider aids, but once you get used to the raw feedback, you'll appreciate how connected it makes you feel. It's bold, it's powerful, and once you ride it, the Z1000 leaves an impression that sticks. Number 3. Honda CB1100EX. The Honda CB1100EX is the perfect blend of nostalgia and comfort. A motorcycle that looks like it rolled straight out of the 1970s, but rides like it's from the future. This is Honda's love letter to the classic universal Japanese motorcycle era, complete with chrome, round headlights, analog gauges, and an air-cooled inline-4 that feels like pure mechanical poetry. That big 1,140 cubic centimeter engine doesn't scream, it sings. Smooth, torquey, and unbelievably satisfying, it delivers power in a way that's calm, yet commanding. You don't ride this bike fast because you want to impress anyone. You ride it because it feels right. Comfort-wise, the CB1100EX is like a couch on wheels. Wide seat, neutral bars, plush suspension, and a relaxed posture that keeps your back and knees happy. You can cruise all day and feel fresh at the end of it. Sure, it's on the heavier side, and it's not built for aggressive corner carving. But that's not the point. The CB1100EX is all about soul, simplicity, and pure riding pleasure. the kind you appreciate more with age. Number 2. Yamaha MT-10. The Yamaha MT-10 is the motorcycle equivalent of drinking an energy drink right after your morning coffee. Intense, exhilarating, and guaranteed to wake up the teenager inside you. Powered by the legendary 998 cubic centimeter crossplane engine borrowed from the R1, the MT-10 delivers a surge of torque that feels like a controlled explosion every time you roll on the throttle. But here's the surprising part. For all its power and madness, the MT-10 is actually incredibly comfortable. The riding position is upright and relaxed, giving your wrists and back a break, even while the engine is busy trying to convince you to go faster. Long rides, totally doable. And with cruise control, multiple ride modes, and top-tier electronics, this thing is as smart as it is powerful. Sure, it's a bit thirsty. Fuel stops will become part of your lifestyle, and the looks are divisive. Some say robot insect, some say alien warrior. But once you ride it, none of that matters. The MT-10 is a grown man's toy, fast, comfortable, and seriously addictive. Number 1. Suzuki GSX-S750 GT. The Suzuki GSX-S750 GT is the bike you buy when you want it all. Power, comfort, long-distance practicality, and a dash of sport bike attitude. This isn't just another naked. It's a sport touring hybrid with the heart of a GSX-R1000, retuned for smooth, usable street power. Twist the throttle, and it responds instantly, delivering strong, confident acceleration without overwhelming you. What makes the GSX-S1000 GT truly shine is its comfort. The ergonomics are dialed in perfectly for riders who want to enjoy long days in the saddle without paying the price later. Wide bars, neutral foot peg position, roomy seat. Everything is built for real humans, not supermodel-sized track riders. Add the adjustable windscreen and optional hard luggage, and you've got a machine ready for everything from Monday commutes to cross-country adventures. Tech, fully loaded. Cruise control, TFT display, traction control, ride modes. It's all here. The only downside? It's not cheap. But when a bike delivers this much capability with this much refinement, it earns every penny. Fast, comfortable, stylish. The GSX-S1000 GT is king for a reason.